seem to be two exact opposite trends at the moment. Juicing, hugely popular. Fear of sugar, also hugely popular.
Yeah.
Juice, which contains a lot of sugar, and a fear of sugar, people seem to be doing both at the same time. So I thought I would put a juice together that tastes good, that has low impact on blood sugar, and has high phytonutrient content. And all of those can conspire to help improve the appearance of your skin and general health. So what are my ingredients? One of the ones that I'm most excited about are black carrots. So the problem with black carrots is they kind of look horrible from the outside, but on the interior, they're just effectively a regular orange carrot that has expressed large amounts of a chemical called anthocyanins. They're an antioxidant compound that gives them the purple color. They're the same group of chemicals that are found in things like black grapes, in things like, therefore in red wine, in things like blueberries, all the kind of superfoods or so-called superfoods in inverted commas that people are getting excited about at the moment. If you think that we should stay for traditional varieties of fruit and veg and not these kind of weirdo fancy ones, well, you're like this because the original varieties of carrot were actually purple for about 500 years. It was only in the 17th century that the Dutch found a mutant mutant orange variety, and because the national colour is orange, they then rolled it around the rest of the world and popularised it. This is and it's such a shame that if the original national colour of Holland was purple, it'd be much better for our health. Because these guys contain all the beta-carotene, which is found in regular carrots, and the purple anthocyanins, which are good for your health, and they're sweeter, which is a great boost. Why I'm excited is because I'm the kind of person that reads clinical trials and on a Saturday night, scrolling through my iPad, reading through them. And I found one at the University of Sydney recently, which I was really surprised about, and I've been passing on. And that is the basis of a phase 1 clinical trial, which is the first point of new drug development, which has just been discovered. And it's by feeding rats purple carrot juice. They decided to test the effect of different vegetables on rats that were fed a high sugar, high fat, high carbohydrate diet. They mimicked the modern Western diet right down to the water that they were fed included 20% high fructose corn syrup to mimic the effects of things like Coca-Cola, for example. And what they found is middle-aged rats suddenly developed pre-diabetes, extremely high blood pressure, risk of stroke and risk of cancer. And what they did was they took some of the rats and they added purple carrot juice to their diet. Some of them they changed the diet of. Some of them they kept them on terrible diet and just added this to them. And they found that adding purple carrot juice significantly improved all the symptoms of the rats on that diet, even though they were on the same diet. What I'm not saying is this means you can then go out and live off McDonald's in any way. What I am saying is that it's got demonstrated very interesting effects. And there are clinical trials underway to potentially make a drug out of these. They're not secured yet, but we'll look at them in the future, and that's exciting. That's the first thing I'm going to do. As the machine's going to make a noise, I'm going to run through the other bits and pieces with you. I'm also excited about red beets, and it's particularly the red ones I'm most excited about. These contain a range of antioxidants called betalains. They provide the red coloration. But to me, more interestingly, is the dietary nitrate that they contain. Dietary nitrate is found in lots of different vegetables, but it's particularly concentrated in beetroot. The tricky thing is it's quite difficult to eat an awful lot of beetroot, but juicing gives you the ability to consume quite a lot of them by removing some of them. Both carrots and beets have a sweetness, but don't have a particularly high impact on blood sugar. So therefore, it's a juice that isn't going to spike blood sugar like drinking fizzy pop. And dietary nitrate has been demonstrated to reduce the energy needed to exercise, to run and walk. It can help improve your recovery after exercise and improve athletic performance. And if you're someone who kind of hides away from the gym like me, it doesn't matter, because according to those trials, it's still demonstrated that it can help improve your feeling of energy levels. So therefore, it's predicted that giving them to people who are older and are less mobile could actually give them more athletic performance in day-to-day tasks. So I'm putting those things in. I'm putting some fruit in to balance it out and to add a little bit of sweetness with the natural sugars. So I've got some some oranges in here. I've got a little of lemon juice to add a bit of a spritz of zestiness. I've got some ginger in here just because I think it tastes good with all the other things, to be very honest. But the gingerols in this are demonstrated to be anti-inflammatory and also help reduce feelings of anxiety, help improve digestion, for example, mildly pain relieving. And then finally, this is a very close ginger relative, which I'm sure you guys, nowadays you start to see this in supermarkets outside of Chinatown, but only fancy ones. So you guys recognize this? Okay, this is turmeric. So I'm going to split it in half for you. It's guaranteed to give you fake tan fingers. Genuinely, that's what's on my hands, I promise. That contains large amounts of carotenes that have demonstrated antioxidant effects and demonstrated anti-inflammatory effects. It has clinical evidence in some clinical trials for the treatment of inflammatory conditions like rheumatoid arthritis and osteoarthritis, and even things like psoriasis, which are related conditions, helping reduce the kind of redness and irritation. And tastes good and adds colour to your juice, so why not? So I'm going to put all of those in, and on top of that, I'm going to whack in some cranberry powder, which will give it a bit of tartness, a bit of extra colour, and some pomegranate seeds. They're in superskin. And finally, because who doesn't like a bit of sweetness, a bit of rose hips syrup that I'm going to whack into that. Let's see if I can figure out the juice. Right. Oh, there we are. This will be a miracle if I can sort this out. The great thing is,